Hello and welcome back. Roseboard, stampersdelight.com. So welcome back for my Stamping Day number 2 project. I hope everyone is well. Thank you again for joining me. So I'm just waiting for everybody to hop on. Don't forget to share my videos, tag a friend, leave a comment, because you will be in the drawing for one of 2 paper pumpkin stamp sets from the video that I showed before. Okay, so grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. All right, let's get started. So one thing I want to remind you that there are online classes for those of you that can't get out. Just visit my website. I have a monthly class with Donna Gray from Australia. I also have, we also have a free tutorial class there, and if you'd like the free card kit that goes with it, all you have to do is order a $50 order placed through me. So what else do we have? It's celebration time. Don't forget that. That ends March 31st, as does that amazing starter kit. Sorry about that. Okay, don't see any comments yet. Hopefully everybody's on. There we go. Hi, Winann. Hi, Jean. Okay, so again, if you'd like to order online, you can use my monthly host code right here. Just go to stampersdelight.com and use that host code. If your order is more than $150, you don't want to use that. You want to be your own hostess and get the hostess rewards points. Okay, so for this video, what I put together was I'm using the Last a Lifetime and So Inviting bundle. They are in the mini catalog, so we have 2 lovely sets here, and then we have dies that go with them, and I'm going to show you how I do the dies. I didn't use all of them. For this video, I'm going to be using this corner one and this corner one over here. Okay, I got to move this up because I forgot I zoomed in. Hi, Anne-Marie. All right, so the first thing, I'm going to take those out just so I remember to show you. And this is a great stamp set. Don't just think wedding. I know it does look like a wedding set, which it is, more or less. But it's also Mr. and Mrs. It says, congratulations, sending you our very best. So you know that it can also be for anniversaries. And this one has a nice thank you on there. So there's a lot of other cards that you can make with this. Okay, so for these 2... let me just move this out of the way, and I'll show you real quick how you would use this. I'm going to just grab a piece of cardstock, colored cardstock, to show you. Okay, I'm not actually going to do it. So you would run this through the Big Shot like this, and then after you cut this nice piece out, you would go ahead and use this piece. And what that does is cuts the whole piece out. It'll make more sense when I show it to you in a minute. And for this one, you would do the same thing. You would cut that out. And then after you cut it out, I do it after. I know some people like to try to line it up. I don't, okay? Because it doesn't really line up. And it's not supposed to. So, let me show you what I mean. Okay, I'll take the small one, which should be here somewhere. Uh-oh, where's my pieces? Oh, there they are. Okay. So, let's just show you. So for this little one right here, and you can see it's a glittery or glimmer paper, you run it through the Big Shot, this piece, and you cut it out. Hi, Donna. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Samantha. So you run it through the Big Shot, and it's not going to have that nice edge. You're going to have to run it back through the Big Shot with the small piece, which I just lost. Okay. So let's go with the big one. Okay, so again, you run this through the Big Shot, and then this piece actually cuts it off. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this piece you would then cut that off with, and it makes this edge piece. Okay. The only reason I'm not showing you all that today is I am doing 3 videos, so I had to cut down some time somewhere because I'll be back on at my regular time at 7 o'clock. Okay, so those are our dies and edgelets. Or they used to be called edgelets. All right, so let's get started with this. The first thing I'm going to do is a card. So I do need this pretty piece. Forget about that mess there. That was from my earlier project. I'm going to bring in a piece of our early espresso. And I am going to just fold this in half. I will have all the dimensions of the cards later tonight in my description. As I said, I'm doing 3 Facebook Lives. So in between the videos, I'm doing the cards. And I don't have time to type everything up. So there's my base card. Then I'm going to bring in a piece of our Petal Pink. Now this is just a regular size base card. The Petal Pink is 4 1/4. I'm sorry, 4 1/4 by 4. Nope, that can't be right. See, that's why I didn't want to tell you the sizes, because I don't have them here. Let me grab my ruler. I can tell you as I go along. There we go. Okay. So this piece, and again, I will write these down later on. This is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. I'm going to bring in a piece of our Designer Series paper from the annual catalog. And that piece is 3 1/4 by 5. So you see how nice it layers up there. Okay, so let's do that first. Let's take this apart. I'm going to use, well, I'm going to use my snail just because it's quicker for me right now. So let's just grab that. And I'm just going to go ahead and snail that down. Thank you, Betty. Hi, Susan. And I'm going to go ahead and layer that right on the pink. Okay, then I'm going to bring in the larger piece here. And that's going to go right there. Okay. Now, this is very intricate and open, so let me show you what I'm going to do. I got this trick actually from my friend Donna. I'm just going to put some Tombow. I heard somebody the other day call that the Tombow tap. That's to get it down where we need it. And this one might actually be running out. It's coming. Okay, there we go. Put that back in the holder. And then I'm going to take a little sponge with a paper clip on it, and I'm just going to smush this. And I'm going to go ahead and do all this. Okay. Just give me one moment here. Grab all my stuff over there. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it around, move this out of the way. And I'm going to stick that right in the corner here. So it lays down very nicely. That is then going to be layered onto this piece of cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and layer that down. Actually, probably going to have to show you how to do that die because it looks like I'm missing one of my pieces. No worries. I'm going to go ahead and layer that right on top of there. Look how beautiful that is. Can you see it? Okay. Then I'm going to bring in something that I've already cut out. This is from the new Ornate Garden. And I love this die. It's perfect for so many sentiments. This one is going to say, "You are invited." And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. And my mat, grab my stamp mat, which is right here. Now remember, if it's a photopolymer stamp, you really should use your mat. I know sometimes I don't on the videos because it's buried. This one is going to say yes. This one's going to say you're invited. And then, well, since I have to cut this out, another one of these out later, let me use this one too. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on this one. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in this corner. Okay, so now both corners are done. This piece is going to go right across here with some dimensionals. And I'm going to put 3 across. Oh, keep forgetting I got to move it up since I'm zoomed in. I'm going to use the dimensionals there. And this is going to go right across the top. Okay, I'm going to bring in this really pretty ribbon. This is our petal pink ribbon from the annual catalog, and I'm just going to tie a nice little bow here. Oh wow, it's snowing in Montana. We're supposed to get some snow and rain tomorrow here in New York. Doesn't really matter since we're all indoors. Okay, and then I'm going to be cutting that. I like to cut my tails with a little angle there. I just celebrated 19 years as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I can tell you, if you're on the fence about joining, do it now. It's a great starter kit, and I've never looked back. Whether you want to run your own business or you're in it for the discount, it's so worthwhile. And it's keeping us all sane right about now. So this I'm going to put right about here. Now let me just, I might want to make this a little smaller, play around with this bow a little bit. It's pretty sheer, so you can kind of see the writing through there. So I think I'm going to put it up there. Let me just make it a little bit smaller. Oh, thank you. Maybe on this side. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to put it on that side. So for this, I'm going to use our tear tape. I'm just going to grab a little piece of tear tape because I really want it to stick down. I'm going to put that right there in the corner. And just lay that down like that. You see, you can still see the writing through there. That's the front of my project so far. Now I'm going to bring in the inside. And of course, I'm sure you already guessed what this is. Yes, it would make a beautiful birthday card, anniversary card. This I'm actually going to put, I layered all my stamps right on the one block. To join us, you're invited to join us to celebrate. And can you guess what this is? Yes, it's a wedding invitation. And because I'm doing this and I can't put my head in front of you, hopefully I stamped it correctly. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now this is all from the So Inviting, but then I'm going to bring in the flower from the coordinating set, Last a Lifetime. Just going to put this in the corners here. Then I'm going to bring in my Stella, which is right here. No color. I'm just going to add some, ooh, that's juicy. Just going to add some Stella here. I don't know why that came out so dark, but it's all good. We're just going to add some Stella because when it dries, it's going to be lighter and it's just going to add a shimmer to it. It might have picked up some of the brown there. Okay, can you see that? All right, and then we're going to go over here and do the same thing. Yeah, it's picking up the brown, which actually I kind of like now. Adding some color to it. You can also put this over inked colors. Just have to be careful because it does pick up some of the colors because it is white. It is liquid, I mean. But like I said, this actually kind of blends it in. I like this, so I'm actually happy it did that. Okay, just put some Stella there. It's kind of a juicy one. It's a new one, so I'm going to lift that up. I'm going to turn that over. And I'm just going to nail that down. It's going to go right inside there. What a beautiful wedding invitation. Can you see that? Is that gorgeous or what? Now I do have another coordinating piece, which is a leftover strip. And you know what we like to do with those? We like to grab, especially for a wedding, we like to grab this and put a matching envelope. So I'm going to go ahead and nail that down. Just flip that around and trim that off. I'm watching my green light here. Hoping the internet holds out. The internet is so slow these days. But at least we have that to stay connected. Okay. So this one, as you can see, is my wedding invitation. And those of you that have been with me for a while know that there is a wedding coming up. No date yet for my son and his fiance. All right, so with that, what we also have to do, of course, before the wedding invitations go out, what do we have to make? We have to make a save the date. So let me just grab my Big Shot. Which I should have had ready for you, but of course I didn't. So let me put that in there and grab some glimmer paper, the glitter paper. And actually, it works out better because I can show you how to do this now. So here's my glitter paper. I'm going to get my dies back out. So we want the smaller die. I finished one video, cleaned up, set up for the next one. Okay, so here's the smaller die, and this is the one we wanted. I'm just going to put that right in the corner here. You see how I'm putting that right in the corner? And I'm just going to, usually I stand up and hold it down, but since I am going to stand up, but I'm going to, I know this is going to make a noise. When it's intricate like this, I use my precision base, but I also roll it back and forth a few times, just so I can get it mostly cut out. Before I lift it off the paper, I look to make sure, like there might be some pieces that have not been cut, although it looks like it has been. So while it's still on there, I flip it around and I run it through again, face up. That means it's the less I have to poke out. And then you use your wire brush tool. Can't think of what it is. And there's that beautiful edgelet or flower. I can just poke those right out. But you see, I need it cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in here. And I'm going to grab that edge piece that I told you about. Don't try to get it right on there. It's not going to. You're just going to kind of line it up to where you see how that point is. And then you're going to run it through again. Thank you so much for sharing my videos. Yes, definitely share my videos. The more people that watch me, the closer I am to retiring and doing more of these. All right, I'm just going to do it once. It should cut it through. If not, I can always take a pair of scissors and just snip it, which you're going to have to do anyway. So let me bring that back in. Okay, so when I take this off, now you see it's cut. You're just going to take your scissors and snip it. And take it off. There you go. There's your edge piece. I can't believe how many times I'm cleaning up this desk today. So I did a video yesterday on the global togetherness through stamping. And if you'd like to be on that Facebook page in this time, this day and age, just search that and join us. I did a video over there yesterday. All right. So now I got all my pieces here. So this piece, I'm going to tell you, is 4.5 by 8. Here's my piece. And I'm just going to fold that in half. And again, I'll type out all the measurements. This piece of petal pink right here, I believe is 4.25 by 4. I write the directions down for you, trust me. And then I write everything over there and can't read my own writing. So this is 4.25. Actually, this is 3.75 by 4.25. That's going to layer right on top of there. And then the Designer Series paper is 4 1/8. So you're just trimming off a little tiny bit by 3, a little bit less than 3 3/4. Okay, so you're just taking a smidge off of everything. And this gets layered right here. So you're just going to have a little bit showing. I'm going to nail that right down. And you can see that you can use the exact same paper. This paper is, oh, this one is the same. We have coordinating paper, so let me just show you that again. There we go. This still matches. All right. I'm going to go ahead and nail that right down to the front of my save the date card. And again, this would make a nice little anniversary card or birthday card too. Put that right down there. Grab the piece that I cut out right here, and I'm going to put that right down here. Again, I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. This is an old silicone mat, so it's a little bit different color. Our newer ones are a lighter color. And again, just get a little tombow there. That should be plenty for this. And I'm going to dab that. And this can be also washed when you're done. What happens is the glue only goes where you want, and it goes through those holes and sticks on the mat. So you can save your fingers from getting too messy. Bring that in. I'm going to put that right here. Glue that down. Then I'm going to bring in another die cut that I did from the Ornate Garden. And I'm going to use my Early Espresso. Save the date. Flip that around. I hope you caught the earlier one that I did at 11 o'clock. That was for more paper pumpkin alternatives and what to do if you don't have the paper pumpkin. And we're going to put this right here. Okay. Again, I'm going to bring in my ribbon, which as I'm saying that, I'm looking at on the table to see where I put it. Now, if you'd like one of my cards, what you can do is just instant message me, private message me, or email me your address. I know a couple of the girls already did, and guys, stampers, I should say. Anywhere in the world, I can send out cards, and I'll be doing that a lot this week, so that you all know you're not alone. And then for the stamp sets that I'm giving away at 7 o'clock, you do have to be in the U.S. But what I would like you to tell me, if you don't mind, just so I know who I'm talking to, let me know where you live, if you're a demonstrator, Doesn't matter whether you are or you're not. I just like to get to know the people that are watching me. So now I have this nice bow. I don't get too crazy about the bows because I know whoever I give this to is going to love this. I think this one I'm going to put right here. So again, I'm going to take a piece of tear tape. I'll put that right there. And then I am going to take your pick tool. This is a must-have. You'll see I'm talking slower than this morning, and by 7 o'clock tonight, I'll be talking even slower, which is unusual for me, but okay. And we're just going to play around with that bow. And there is my save. Now, I don't want that. I'm going to cut this the other way, this way. So it cuts off. You can see save the date. Okay. Now I have another piece, a little piece of white, which is 3.5 by 3 3/4, I think. Again, I'll type up all the. This is a little bit more than this is 4 by 3 3/4. I'm gonna bring in that invitation stamp because of course you send out the save the date so they know what date to save, and then you send it out again with the invitation. So I'm gonna bring that, just glue that down. And I'm going to put that right in the middle here. Ooh, well, since I use snail, I can do this. I wanted to go ahead and ever so gently, because you know I just put the snail on there. But here's one thing about snail. You can lift it up gently. If you don't push it down too far. See? I can pick that up. You wouldn't be able to do that with like tear tape or Tombow, because I wanted the matching flowers in there. I'm going to go ahead and put that right inside. And then again, I'm going to take my Winka Stella. Yeah, it's picking up the early espresso because I went over it. So now we know a new technique that you can grab some color on your Winka Stella by picking up the ink. If your Winka Stella is very juicy like this one is, and you can add some color inside there. New technique. I meant to do that. Okay, so there is that. A discount shopper, I like that. So now let me bring this card back in because I'm going to finish this off. So here we have the save the date and the you're invited. And then to finish it off, I'm going to bring in some of our pearls, of course, and put a few pearls on here. Just randomly put some pearls wherever you may want them. Put another one right down there. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, you're welcome, Sharon. I'm glad you jumped on. Thank you. Yes, I know we're all trying to stay sane here. Thank goodness for Stampin' Up. It is keeping us sane. Isn't it amazing that, you know, I work from home during the week. And really, sometimes I don't want to go out. But when you know you can't go out, then it's even worse. Because that's when you definitely want to go out. Of course, right? Okay, so there we have 2 more projects. I'm kind of hoping that my future daughter-in-law likes this. I know her favorite color is black, but the early espresso is very dark, so I'm not sure that she likes pink, though. I'm kind of hoping that maybe she likes this idea because I will be making their invitations. So I'm hoping she'll see that, but I know she's not going to see that today because they are moving into their new home, their first home that they own together. And again, let me show you the inside. Thank you. I thought it looked classy too. I want to get married again just so I can make my own invitations. So let me flip the camera. So I would love to do that. I don't want to spend the money, but I would just like to get married again so I can make my own invitations. So thank you so much for tuning in again today. I will be back on at 7 p.m. I have to go check on my mom and my aunt and my mother-in-law. Make sure everything's good. So don't forget, 7 p.m. I'll be back here. I'll upload all the directions later tonight. Or you got the directions, the dimensions. So have a couple of relaxing hours, and I will see you back. Okay? Bye.